I like to use Polar for more subtle effects and to use it almost like a super chorus unit. And it's really easy to create wide stereo effects here because any movement that you make obviously makes a difference in the left and right sides and across the stereo field. So it's almost like detuning oscillators in a synthesizer and panning them left and right. You get that immediate stereo spread and it's immediately impressive. Let's take a listen at a couple of examples of this and then I'll show you some more extreme presets for examples of how you can push Polar to its limit. So here we have a synth loop playing out of Dr. Octarex. I'll play it with Polar bypassed first. So really simple stuff. It's already slightly stereo, but let's say we want to make it a bit more impressive. Let's now engage Polar and have a listen to what I've done here. So straight away, it just sounds like a simple chorus effect. But if we start to alter some of the parameters in each side, on shifter 2 for example, we can make this wider and more impressive. So what I've done there is just fine-tuned one side, and that's really the same as what I was saying before. It's like fine-tuning oscillators and making detuned oscillators. We can also make other differences like fine-tune the delay, and you can hear it becomes even more different. And then if we start to apply some LFO to each side, add some feedback maybe. You find when you're creating these subtle effects that less really is more. So I've only made tiny changes really to the fine-tune amount, the delay amount and the LFOs and the feedback as well. And if we listen to the original, it suddenly sounds very vanilla and very mono. Of course, if we push things harder and we use the main shifter, we can make some very intense effects indeed. Now, you can easily get carried away here and create something insane, but let's take a listen to some of these presets here. So really nice flanges can be created. Grain style delays. Now what I'd suggest is if you like the sound of any of these presets, take a hard look at them because everything is on the one panel. You can see the auto pan here, you can see what mode of algorithm you're using, and if you like what you see, then you can reverse engineer it, and it's quite easy to get your head around it. I've showed you one example of how to program a subtle effect, but remember, push all of these units in Polar and you'll get something much more left field and much more intense. And I'm pretty sure you'll enjoy using it in your projects.